Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode, I'm just going to give you a quick market update. So whatever I say in this video should not be considered financial advice, and I'd advise you to do your own research before you buy any cryptocurrency. And stay tuned to the very end of this episode where I will be giving away $100 worth of dog emoji to one lucky winner. So as you can see, Bitcoin has been chopping at the top of this range here, and it's getting ready to break out. But as I said before in previous videos, the next 2 weeks are going to be very, very volatile. So in my opinion, I don't think we will see any breakout until after the elections. It's just too much uncertainty. So we just dropped down to the 4-hour chart. We did see some nice price action last week, but over the past few days, we have seen Bitcoin just whipsawing to the upside and to the downside. So I'd be extremely careful with leverage because you could easily get wiped out here. We also had Tether FUD. So the US government launches investigation into USDT crypto firm Tether. But then we had the CEO of Tether came out with a tweet in response. As we told to the WSJ, there is no indication that Tether is under investigation. The WSJ is just regurgitating old noise, full stop. So as you can see from the chart, we did see a nice V-shaped recovery in Bitcoin. And under the circumstances, it's actually holding up quite strong. It's still over 67,000. Now, I do suspect that it will continue to be chopped up until the elections. So if we look back in previous times where there was Tether FUD, we do see that it does usually mark a local bottom in the chart. So if we go back here in 2019, 2020, and 2023, and now we are here. So will this be a local bottom for the Bitcoin chart? I think so. So yesterday we did see 400 million of longs liquidated across all exchanges in crypto. Second highest day this year. Well played, Binance. So we did see Solana longs get hit hard by 25 million yesterday. So again, just be very, very careful of leverage. We will get easy mode again in the coming future, especially after the election. So what we have here is a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. And as you can see from this diagram, so this is just the Bitcoin chart. And as you can see, it is following this Wyckoff schematic to a T. So we have phase A, phase B, C, D, and E. And as you can see here, in phase C, we did get this nice spring. And then in phase D, we did see the price of Bitcoin to make an internal higher high. And we are in this area now where we will see lots of chop to the upside and to the downside. And more than likely, we won't see a sustained breakout until after the US elections. So this vertical line here is just marking the 5th of November, and that's when the US elections is going to be taking place. So we did see Israelis' retaliation airstrike reportedly hit equipment critical to Iran's missile production, severely impacting its capacity to manufacture new long-range missiles, according to Israel sources. The strike targeted 12 planetary mixers, sophisticated tools used to produce missile fuel, which Iran sourced from abroad. Replacing them could allegedly take over a year, limiting Iran's missile capabilities and affecting supplies to allies like Hezbollah. Iran acknowledged limited damage to radar systems, but has yet to confirm other impacts, adding that it reserves the right to respond. So this obviously brought down the markets again yesterday, alongside with the Tether FUD. So as you can see, trouble in the Middle East is still ongoing, and we just hope it doesn't escalate any further. So Biden urges end to Israel-Iran strikes after latest attack. In the aftermath of Israel's retaliation strike, he confirmed that only Iran's military targets were hit, raising hopes for de-escalation. Speaking to reporters, he said, "It seems that Israel did not hit anything that was not a military target. I hope this is the end." So obviously the markets does not like this tension. So hopefully we will see a resolution very, very soon. So in good news, so Microsoft to vote for or against assessment of investing in Bitcoin during shareholder meeting in December, SEC filing reveals. Microsoft said they urge shareholders to vote against assessment of investing in Bitcoin because Microsoft's management already carefully considers this topic. Microsoft admits that Saylor and MicroStrategy's stock beat them by simply holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Slowly, suddenly, then all at once. So it's clear that the dominoes are starting to fall here for big corporations like Microsoft to get involved by holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So this is obviously great news for Bitcoin and its adoption. And in my opinion, it's not if, it's when. And I think a lot of other big corporations like Microsoft will follow suit as we see rapid rise of inflation. So a lot of these big companies hold massive amounts of cash on their balance sheet, which is losing money through inflation. So eventually, I think they will have to bow down and just to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. So we also have Polymarket odds, and Trump is still continuing to do really, really well. So he's up 65%, while Harris is just at 35%. So I made it clear in the previous update video I made on my channel, we do know there is one individual who's putting in massive bets on Trump, which is skewing the odds a little bit. But there is other polls. So the latest national poll conducted by the New York Times and Siena College from October 20th to 23rd of 2024 showed that Harris and Trump are tied nationally at 48%. The remaining 4% are undecided. Among likely female voters, Harris holds an advantage of 54% to 42% against Trump. But the former president is making up for that among male voters with 55% against 41% supporting Harris. So in my opinion, it's very hard to go off polls. And I do believe it is pretty much neck and neck, and it is all to play for. But we did see Trump on Joe Rogan yesterday.
You just float out the idea of getting rid of income taxes and replacing it with tariffs.
Well, okay.
Were you serious about that?
Yeah, sure. But why not? Because ready? Our country was the richest relatively in the 1880s and 1890s. A president who was assassinated named McKinley. He was the tariff king. He spoke beautifully of tariffs. His language was really beautiful. We will not allow the enemy to come in and take our jobs and take our factories and take our workers and take our families unless they pay a big price. And the big price is tariffs. And he'd speak like that, but he was right. And then around in the early 1900s, they switched over stupidly to, frankly, an income tax. And you know why? Because countries were putting a lot of pressure on America. We don't want to pay tariffs. Please don't. Believe me, they control our politicians. If you look at the kind of numbers that these guys make then and now, but we had a commission meeting in the I think it was 1887. Think of this problem. We were so rich. We had so much money. We didn't know what to do. So they set up a blue ribbon commission on tariffs. And the sole purpose is what to do with all the money we had. We were so rich because we were taxing other people for coming in and taking our jobs.
So in my opinion, eliminating federal income tax will only just lead to more inflation. And obviously, this would be very, very good for Bitcoin. So we also seen an interview from Paul Tudor Jones on CNBC yesterday.
Given all of the things you're saying, are you off buying gold and Bitcoin? And
I think all roads lead to inflation. We're going to end up
So does all roads lead to inflation? Therefore, gold is a good investment. Is Bitcoin a good investment to you?
I'm long gold. I'm long Bitcoin. I think commodities are so ridiculously underowned. So I'm long commodities. I think most young people find their inflation hedges via the NASDAQ. That's also been great. It's probably some combination. I probably have some basket of gold, Bitcoin, commodities, and NASDAQ, something like that. And I would own zero fixed income.
So we obviously know Paul Tudor Jones is a legendary investor, and he is long Bitcoin. And I do believe 2025 will be Bitcoin's year. So I have seen on X that the AI meme coins meta is starting to slow down a bit. We do see lots of coins across the board rugging. Now, not saying that this meta is completely over. I do believe the winners will continue to win, like GOAT, which I mentioned in my previous video. But just be very, very careful out there, as I did see that there is another meta starting in the meme coin space, and it's to do with Minecraft. Now, I do believe you will make some good games if you get in early, but again, there will be lots of rug pulls, so be very, very careful. So this leads me on to Dog of Emoji. Now, I do remain very, very bullish. It still only has a market cap of just over 3 million now. And I do see a lot of people on X rotating some of their profits from the AI meme coins back into Dog of Emoji. And as you can see here, it's just sitting on support. So I do believe that this one, because it is the leader of the emoji meta, that it will continue to do well. And I like the fact that it's just very unique. It's just based on a dog emoji, and a lot of newbies coming into the space will understand it quite easily. I think it's always good to bet on the winners. So like I have promised in my video last week, I am going to do a giveaway for Dog of Emoji. So on this video, I got you to enter. All you had to do was leave a comment. So today we're going to pick a comment by a random. So I have this YouTube random comment picker. So I just typed in the YouTube address, and let's just see who is going to win. So the winner is Jorge Adrian. I will reach out to you and I'll send over that $100 worth of a dog emoji. Congratulations. So there you have it, folks. That is your market update. If you got value of this one, please go down, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.